What's going on, guys? Glenn with Glenn's Auto Performance here, and we're going to jump into some info on these BTR canted valve heads this morning. So I teased a little bit yesterday afternoon, posted some pictures. I got my personal set of canted valve heads in for the single cab you see in the background, and we finally have them ready to go. BTR is running their in-house CNC ported program on them now, and that is what we have available online, assembled, bare, or bare with valves and without springs. You can finish them out the way that you like. So I wanted to take the opportunity this morning to kind of show you guys the heads in person and start to address some of the tech questions that we seem to get, because there's a lot of technology that has gone into the development of these heads, and some of it is a little bit different than what you might be traditionally used to on a typical set of bolt-on cathedral or rectangular port cylinder heads like what is typically available in the LS market. So we'll start off. They come packaged really well. I pulled these out of the box here. You can kind of get an idea how they're packaged. If you bought a forged BTR crankshaft, similar kind of packaging. It's got this high density foam that is die cut to fit the cylinder head to keep it really secure in the box. And BTR boxes this box and another box, so chances are they're going to arrive to you safe. Obviously, you're making a big investment, and I like that BTR has put the thought into packaging to ensure that it arrives in perfect condition, and the presentation out of the box is just as good as the quality of the part itself. So let's go ahead and get this open. We can take a look at it. So the set that I got for my truck is Cathedral Port. That is my preference on my combination. I feel like Cathedral Port casting brings in torque a little bit lower with what we do with the truck. That's what I was looking for. And the Cathedral Port flow numbers on these BTR canted valve heads are very, very comparable to the LS3 rectangular port. There's not as much of a discrepancy in those flow numbers as you might have found with other cylinder heads in the past. So I really think that the Cathedral Port version of these are going to shine maybe even more so than the LS3 ports against some of the other competition that exists out there in other cylinder head options. So mine are bare. I did opt to get them with valves, but they come just CNC ported and bare, just like you see it here. The valves would ship separate if you option it that way. If you were to get them fully assembled, of course the valves will be installed, your spring kit will be set up, and they'll be ready to bolt on and accept your rockers. So we'll just take a minute here, take a look at these. You can see all the CNC work there in each of your ports. Definitely got to hand it to BTR. The finish on these is pretty remarkable. I've handled a lot of different cylinder heads, and the surface finish that they've achieved is really nice. So give them credit for that. You can see a lot of work in the combustion chambers. All of your short side radiuses come behind the valves. Around the guides have been teardropped and tapered. What you would typically expect in a ported cylinder head, but just a little above and beyond in these. And with the valve angles here, you really just get a feel for how that air funnels in and out of the cylinder, which is really the concept that has been achieved by bringing that canted valve technology to these heads. The idea behind that is manipulating the valve angles so that the air has less of a disruption or less turbulence generated getting into and out of the combustion chamber or the cylinder to really maximize velocity and efficiency. So these come with, or I should say they accept factory Gen 5 LT valves. So you can get them with the LT1 hollow stem intake valve and the LT1 exhaust valve, or the cylinder head will also accept factory titanium LT4 intake valves or Inconel L8T exhaust valves. So you've got some options there if you're looking for lighter valves or better valve material. The LT4 valves are incredibly hard to get your hands on right now, so I had them deliver mine with the hollow stem LT1 valves, but I'm hoping that the GM LT4 valves, the titanium ones, come back in stock here before I have to put these together, and if so, I'll end up using those. But even still, for the size of this intake valve, the valve weights are pretty reasonable. These are just under 100 grams. If you compare that to like LS3 hollow stem intake valves, which are kind of the gold standard for factory hollow stem valves, those are just under like 90 a gram. So considering the size of this, pretty impressive. That being said, you can get into the titanium LT4 valves for in the, I think, lower 70s grams per valve. So notable weight savings there if you're trying to turn some high RPM and you're looking for some additional stability. The ability to use hollow stem or titanium valves in these heads is a huge advantage. So slip these in here, kind of give you an idea of that valve angle. So these have a 11-degree intake valve with a 5-degree cant, and they have a 13-degree exhaust valve with a 3-degree cant. And it's kind of tough to see in video, but if you look at the angle of this valve exiting the head, you can start to sort of see some of that. You can see that this intake valve has an angle this direction as well as an angle this direction. So that's where BTR is leveraging the advantage of the direction of the intake port and manipulating the valve angle in these castings to really take advantage of that from an airflow perspective. You can see, though it is a little bit less obvious in the exhaust valve, you can see the same sort of concept. 3 degrees of cant on a 13-degree valve angle. Same principle. Get it a straight shot out of that exhaust port. So these are 6-bolt, so they will fit both factory blocks in a 4-bolt orientation, or if you've got an aftermarket like a dark block that takes 6 bolts, they will fit those applications as well. In addition to that, it has a really thick deck on it, so it is a 0.750 thick deck. So these are going to be great for the guys that have turbo combinations that need a cylinder head with a lot of clamping force that won't distort and won't lift as easily. Super thick deck on these. They're machined to clear 3/8 push rods, so you'll be able to clear the larger diameter push rods to increase your valve train stability. So you'll be able to get up to a 3/8 push rod in there without having to grind on the heads at all. And you can see a ton of room there in where the push rods come through. Now, one thing to note, these cylinder heads, because of the way that they're designed in their valve angles, they do require kind of non-traditional push rod sizes. So I got my notes over here. It looks like BTR is saying the typical intake push rod length is going to be between 7.925 and 8.025, and the typical exhaust length is going to be between 7.90 and 8 inch. So keep that in mind. You know, we are going to be looking at having 2 different size push rods on these heads and a little bit of a atypical sizing compared to what most guys are used to. Kind of falls right in between LS and LT length for the most part, a little bit closer to LT length. So these are designed to accept LS1 style bolt down rockers. They are the straight style rockers, so not the LS3. Even the LS3 heads, I believe, take the LS1 style rockers that are straight tip. Because of the angle of these, you cannot use a shaft mount system on these. They are designed to accept just bolt down rockers. That doesn't mean that you can't use like an adjustable rocker, like one of the PRWs that are adjustable. They just have to be straight bolt down. You can't have them on a shaft. So what my choice is going to be, a good quality LS1 rocker with a great quality trunnion upgrade kit, like one of the CHE Precision kits is what I will end up running on these. So you can see even in the pedestal of the rocker mounts there, you can see again where those valve angles come into play. The rockers are going to sit in here at a little bit of a cant to match those canted valves. So with BTR's porting program, these Cathedral ports are finished to a 250cc intake runner and a 63cc combustion chamber. The LS3 variants are 260cc on the intake runner with a 64cc chamber. I like that BTR kept the chamber size pretty small on these. That's going to help with compression. And if you guys need to adjust that, then it can be done on the piston side of things or by running a thicker head gasket if you need a little bit more chamber volume or you need to drop compression a little bit. But I would rather see them come with a little bit smaller chamber like this so that you can keep as much material on the deck as possible. You don't have to mill them down if you want to shrink up chamber size. With the E85 and alternative fuels nowadays, compression is something that a lot of guys are trying to maintain rather than reduce. So nice forethought there on that aspect. So we'll talk a little bit about clearance. So obviously we got some big valves and guys have been asking, are they going to clear with traditional aftermarket pistons or do you have to run the canted valve specific pistons? Will they clear with factory pistons? And the answer really is situationally dependent. We can't, there's so many variables that come into piston valve clearance that you can't say one combination is going to work and another combination isn't. You really need to measure to be sure. But BTR has released, in partnership with Wiseco, has released these canted valve specific pistons. So if you're going together with a fresh build like what I'm doing, it is worthwhile to go ahead and pick up the canted valve pistons because it's going to give you maximum valve clearance so that you can run more camshaft than you would be able to run with a traditional piston. Now that doesn't mean that you can't run a traditional piston or that you can't bolt these on an engine that's already built that has factory pistons or has a traditional aftermarket piston with standard valve reliefs in it. BTR has tested these heads with most of their off-the-shelf cam grinds, and if you're not running an ultra-aggressive cam from them or another vendor, then these still offer pretty good clearance with a traditional piston design. But again, if you want to maximize it or if you're trying to go for a max effort style system, you may have to fly cut them, or if it's a fresh build, just go ahead and opt for the canted valve specific pistons here, which are going to give you the best chance at clearance with those manipulated valve angles. So we'll talk a little bit about those for a minute. Again, BTR has paired with Wiseco for these, and these are Wiseco's professional series pistons, I believe, just from what I've known. This looks like their Pro Series, and it comes with their GFX ring package and pins. It should accept the Wiseco heavy wall pins as well. Just judging by the components here, I'm thinking all of those are going to be interchangeable and compatible, just like they would with a traditional Wiseco piston. These are the 2618 forged, thick ringland, boost ready piston. The GFX ring package is an excellent ring package, especially for forced induction combinations. So even if you're looking for some additional clearance and you want to run the BTR canted valve specific pistons, you're not making any sacrifices. These are a top tier piston and they're ready for, the most severe high horsepower forced induction combinations, no problem. And they offer these in various different bore diameters, different CCs. So if you need a little bit of dish, you need a little bit of dome, they've got options out there for that in most of the common bore diameters that you see on the LS for both length rods and various stroke lengths as well. So one thing I wanted to note, one of the really kind of, I don't want to say revolutionary, but one of the awesome factors about these heads is that they have been developed in a manner that allows them to be used with some of the small bore engines as well. So you're talking about a massive valve here, intake valve at least. Traditionally speaking, if you had that large of an intake valve in a cylinder head for an LS application, you would be limited to a 4-inch plus bore size, sometimes even 4.065 in order to get the clearance to the wall of the cylinder. Because of the change of the valve angles in these heads and the unshrouding that BTR has done in that, these will clear on the Cathedral Port all the way down to a 3.780 bore diameter in most cases. In the LS3 variant will clear all the way to, I have to check my notes, 3.820 bore on the LS3 variant heads. So these can be used on the small bore engine applications, which is awesome for guys that are running like LC9 junkyard builds with heavy turbos in them, and they're looking for a cylinder head that is compatible with that small bore application. We finally got an option here with some really good size valves and some really solid intake CC numbers that'll fit those small bore turbo applications. So that's pretty awesome. And from what I've seen, BTR has done some testing on those small bore applications like the 5.3, and to our surprise, and I believe even to theirs, the anticipation was that perhaps some mid-range at least would be lost just due to the overall, volume of these cylinder heads. But from what we've seen in the initial testing, it looks like, the 5.3 combinations that they've tested, or the smaller bore combinations they've tested, have gained all the way through the RPM range and have exceeded everyone's expectations in terms of mid-range power, in addition to obviously the top end being substantially more efficient with the port diameter than some of the other options that you're limited to right now with the small bore heads. So these are, they've been highly anticipated. It took BTR a while to get these out, probably longer than they expected, certainly longer than I expected, but having a set in my hands now, I see why that was. I can really tell that they took their time to get these 100% right. They weren't going to release them until they had them exactly the way that they needed them, and it really reflects in the quality of these heads. I haven't handled another set at this price point that I think compares to it. So these are pretty awesome, and you know, cost wise, bang for the buck wise, they can't be beat right now with anything out there on the market. So we've got them available on the site, fully assembled, bare with valves, all CNC ported with BTR's in-house program. So check them out online. Get with me if you want to order them, or send an order through on the site. We're happy to get it processed. Lead times vary right now a little bit. These obviously have a few different configurations you can elect, and they're super hot right now. So they're flying off the shelves at BTR, and lead times can vary just depending on exactly when you get the order in and what inventory is available. So if that's a question at all or a concern, just shoot me a message. I'm happy to check on immediate availability for you, give you an idea of accurate lead times when you're ready to order, so that you know what to expect. All right, guys, post some comments or some questions in the comments. I'm sure that there wasn't some info that I didn't cover today. There's a lot to consider with these, so I'm happy to address anything that I can, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.